Good evening, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen who are watching across the world, the Mindset Spot. Today we are going to discuss a very important aspect that touches the lives of each and everyone. In one word, culture. Culture is what can make or break. It's our strength, and it can actually be leveraged to drive development for communities across the world and also in the African continent. Our culture is our pride. And where I come from a wonderful village called Com. And there, the message and music that is being sung by young stars and by vibrant young men and women are telling a bigger story. And today we're going to be joined by one of the most vibrant, energetic, brilliant entertainer who has composed songs that are telling stories about our delicacy, our food, our kata, and our buying, which you will hear about it today, and you will understand how exactly a message that is so empowering, that is so inspirational, is lifting the souls of millions of people, not only of the Com people, but of the Cameroonian and of the African people and of the world. Stay tuned, and you'll get a gist of it. But before I bring our guests, commonly known as and popularly known as General Pele, you have to get a gist of what he has put together. Stay tuned. We'll be right back. And here comes Redrick, young, probably known as General Pele, our guy, the culture guy. Yes, the artist, the entertainer, the musician. Welcome to the Mindset Spot.
Thank you so much. Can you get me?
Yes, right. We can hear you very well, and we can see you. We can see you. We can hear you. And welcome.
Like yes, seriously.
Tell us. So you just saw me with Daniel Afumbo, my daughter, dancing to your song, Kata, and the way we are enjoying it is so amazing. So tell us, how did you come about with this amazing song? What is it talking? What is it telling? I can see people are already dropping in some comments here. General Pele, Kata. I can see King's Records here. I can see others who are doing so. Yes, please tell us.
Shout out King's Records. This is Mbul Rodrigue, aka General Pele. So I'm from Com, and my brand of music is called Kupenjang. So mostly the coupe comes from the word coupe de carré, but mostly Manjang is not all about Com. Manjang is all about the African culture, like I can mix any culture and make it, look like Njang. So that's why I call it Kupinjang, as in general. So Kate Kate, to me, Kate Kate, first of all, is where I come from. So where I come from, that's our best dish. And it's something I love so much. Then I saw the way it was really underrated. So I said, no, I need to make something. I took all my time, wrote a very deep song for Kate Kate that we are all enjoying now.
Wonderful. I mean, you see, the truth is, it's very rare. Of course, there are amazing artists from Com and the young people whom I have followed and I have danced to their song. But this particular one touched my heart because you are talking about a delicacy. If a person is anywhere, he's identified with this delicacy of kata kata and abaing and basikfo. The way you did it is so exciting, and this is really great. So maybe for those who are listening, what I would like to do is just to play the entire song. It's just 3 minutes, so that at least they can listen. Then from there, and then I'm going to then take it further, so that at least we can have a conversation around culture, arts, music, and development, and how young people can actually be able to start to see that at least you can contribute to national, community development, and even continental development by using your talents as you are doing. And we will get back to this. I think let me get that, and we move to the discussion.
Okay.
Désormais, appelez-moi le maestro. Je ne rappelle. C'est la fête, mon ami vient en fête. Désolé pour la bouteille. Après tout ça, c'est le cas de Canada. Fight the fighter, fight the got the 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 whenever you got to be proud of where you come from. Who is c'est la faute des haine, mais vous allez comprendre. Mais c'est faux.
Yes, General Pele. This is excellent, excellent song. Oh, wonderful.
If I hit the fighter, if I hit the cat, if I
Wonderful.
hit the cat.
Wonderful, man. This is amazing. I mean, you said something there that, I mean, proud of where you come from is a very important thing. If you look at it, a lot of people sometimes when they leave from where they were born and go elsewhere, then they tend to forget their roots. But what you did in this song is what we call nostalgia. You make people to start to say, oh, wow, I am relating to where I come from. I can think of Carter, I can think of Abain, I can, and so I just want to get into your mind. What made you to come up with this song at this point in time? Yeah, because you've done other songs which we're going to talk. You've done Kalang Kalang and others, but what made you to come up with this song at this point in time? Maybe there was something that was very unique. Yes.
Yeah, so I've been singing songs. The songs I've been dropping, like I've never touched my people, like to really to go back to the roots. And the many people were also complaining, like, you are only singing in French, we are not even getting what you are saying. So yes, this song, I sat down, I took all my time, wrote the song to please my people and to make Africans, not only my people, to make Africans believe in their culture, believe in what they have, because like in the song I said, in Africa we don't have only kate. Yeah, I said that in the song. I said in Africa we don't have only kate. We also have so many other beautiful dishes, but my kate comes it comes first, because it's my roots, and you know I always defend my roots till the last day. So I always defend my roots. So I wrote this song to really make us believe in what we have. We have a lot in Africa, but we are neglecting. Yeah, that's why I did this song. I'm happy even Francophones, though it's entitled Kate, but even Francophones are relating to the song. They are relating to the song because they understand the message behind the song. So it's not meant only for common people, but it's a song for all the Africans and the world alike. Because I even saw a Chinese, there is one of my fans in China, he did a little video singing Kate. I was like, wow, this is beautiful. Yes.
Wonderful, wonderful. This is great. One thing that I think that is coming out very clear is there has been a kind of an attitude that leads to people to forget that culture. When we talk of culture, it's very, very powerful, because if you see, everybody is uniquely made and is uniquely shaped by the cultural values in which they were brought up with. If you take the case of Com, where we all come from, we have principles in common, and one of the things that you are demonstrating here is if you go somewhere, you eat any food and you don't eat kata, it's like you've not eaten. And if there is any event that is happening and food, no matter whether rice and beans and everything, minyondo, everything is brought, it doesn't mean anything. People will eat and still say, they have not eaten anything. So the delicacy is a very important aspect of Koma. Where I'm trying to push to now is that what you have done in this music is you are promoting Com not just from the perspective that Com is a place to be, but you are promoting Com through its strength, its asset. And what is this asset? It's food, the food that it represents the people, that the people relate to. And so it becomes a touristic opportunity. So what you are actually doing is that you are projecting a community through its strength and telling the world that this is what we have and showcasing it, especially in the video you did. So what I wanted to ask you is that if what you have done is actually part of you playing your own development, because people always think that to do development, you need to go and start a project. This is a big project on its own. And that's what actually struck my attention, that you can be able to communicate opportunities to people across the world. So what I wanted to find out is that if you did this out of the passion that you said you wanted to relate back to your community, to where you come from, then, and people elsewhere are already taking this up, what do you think could be the next level to take this song forward? Are you thinking of like a movie to be acted around this? Of course, you have music that you've played, they've danced. So what are the next steps with this song? Of course, people will dance it, they will move ahead, but you may have some thoughts, because I've noticed that you are quite very novel and innovative in the way you do things.
Yes, yeah. Thank you so much for this opportunity, Doctor. I'm so happy. When I sang this song, I have an elder sister she's based in the UK. She's an actress. She's called Princess Bronjoa. She's been supporting me too. And when I sang the song, she's having one project here in the months ahead. So she's having a big project to act, and in the project, she told me she wants to do it like something like Ndowi, from something like that. I don't want to leak her secret, yeah. So I don't want to, yes. So she said this song must be the main song in that film. I was like, wow, because I know she's somebody that, yeah. So that's already a big plus, and I'll be happy that many people will come to discover the song again, and many people ask questions again, what is Kate Kate, and that's how it keeps spreading. Yeah. So, and much the other thing is, like, if the song could be heard anywhere, like just here, I'm lucky to have this opportunity to be here. I'm really lucky, and I know that through this platform, many people also ask questions like, what is Kate Kate and all the rest. So I'm so happy, so happy. Yeah. So I just need,
you can see even my wife is watching you, and my daughter, and they're saying, you can see on the screen, say General Pele, the man of the Kate Kate. Good job, bro. Yes. Wow. She actually knows you. From
Thank you so much.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
And a lot of people are commenting on YouTube. You can see so you can see Hortensia, Young Pele Pele. People are very excited with what you are doing. Good evening. Doc, yes, good evening, Hortensia, Young. And then there is PY. He's saying, wow. General Pele Pele, my star. There is Rangan Naftali. He says, wow. You can see people are so excited.
Wow.
With this. There is Boom Shack. He said, Kate and Fufukon, the past fine.
I see you. Thank you so much. Thank you, Mr. Angu. I see you people. Thank you people so much.
Yes,
I see the love.
Ako Noti, just yes. And
Ako Noti in the building. Yeah, sorry, right. Ako Noti, that's the main producer of this song. He's the main producer of this song, Kate Kate. So we went through a lot to make this happen.
Wow. Then there is JK, and
JK Cross.
So many people. I mean, people are just. And then there is Giselle Ngam, who is saying, "Good job." It's so proud of who we are. Yes, so proud of who we are. This is good stuff, man. You see, you are igniting the world. You are making. So the next. I want us to move to the next part. But before we move to the next part, I want to play your other song, Kalang Kalang, because people who are watching in, and for those of you who are watching, please, you are on the Mindset Spot. Here we discuss solutions to the challenges we face, and of course we leverage on the strengths and the spirit of each and every person, because one thing that we've noticed is that everybody have got something to offer, but unless you tap into it, whether it is through music, whether it's through acting, whether it's through doing anything that can be able to change and touch lives. And today we're discussing how culture can be able to be leveraged to drive development in our communities wherever we are, and we are discussing this with our very own General Pele. So let's get into discussing again after this break. So once we take a break and come back, now we'll move to other aspects. So let's get going.
Ladies and gentlemen, Lucien Rodriguez Master on the Pele Pele, Dr. Victor Waingo. suis pas fatigué. Avec vous, je suis musclé. Père Moussouri. Faut pas m'abandonner. Monsieur Ndang Denissa. Faut pas m'abandonner. Tout le monde. Il ne faut pas laisser. Il faut travailler. Il faut bosser. Il ne faut pas laisser. Il faut travailler. Il faut Je suis pas fatigué. Avec vous, je suis musclé. On m'appelle Belenyansa. Faut pas m'abandonner. Faut pas m'abandonner. Tout le monde. Il ne faut pas laisser. Il faut travailler. Il faut bosser. Faut pas laisser. Il faut travailler. Il faut
Assez maître. Play back that place so. Bang kadang kadang. Kalang kalang kalang. Bang kadang kadang. Kalang kalang kalang.
Monsieur Lionel Mana, Chief Carson, à tous mes collègues, Medaya, Sergei, Lucas Manager, le plus des choses, Manager, je suis pas fatigué, Madame Laurie, avec vous je suis musclé, le grand fréquemment, Alvin Mackenzie, mon fils Rosley, tout le monde, il ne faut pas laisser, il faut travailler, les coffres, il faut bosser, il ne faut pas laisser, il faut travailler, il faut
Yes, my wonderful General Pele, my brother, this is amazing. You see, people are working from all over, from Toronto, from the United States. You can see, let me just project this on the screen so that at least you can see. Today is fire. And you can see people are watching from all over. As I said, Toronto, there is Comfort Ngam, he said, Kata Bobe. Yeah,
wow.
Kane, he says it's fire.
Papa Shaka Kane from Mali.
Yes. Julian Neng. Then there is Per Y. He said,
wow, Comdiva.
All the way from the United States, Toronto.
Comdiva, see you, Nini.
Wonderful. So Joy Abang and Joy and happy people. I mean, every people are
Wow.
watching. People are
I'm
watching.
so
The music
happy.
is hot. Yes, the
I'm
music is
so
hot.
happy.
So let's
I'm
get
so
now
happy.
after hearing what is the meaning of Kalang Kalang for somebody listening? What made you to sing this music? I know that our focus is going to be on Kata Kata, but I decided to play this just to show that at least this is not your first music. Kata Kata is not your first music. You've played others. There are still others that I will still play. But what made you to
Yeah.
play this? For somebody listening somewhere, what can you tell the person that made you to play this?
Yeah. Okay. Kankalang is a Kupenjang word, a word that you nobody can understand more than me, because it's a word that normally it has no meaning, but in my brand of music, it has a very big meaning, like creating something that will exist. Because dan Kankalang, my style of music is based with mixed with all those Kankalang, because I can, like I say, fang 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 leng fang fang kankalang. Okay, so it's that's how I do my own, what I call talaku. That's how I do it. Yeah, so I create words and make them. You know, when people fell in love with kankalang, I was surprised, because I did it just like that. It came, music is a spiritual something. It just came like that. We did it, and it gave something.
No, that is good. One of the things that is coming out very clear is that you are multi-talented and you are innovative and creative. And thanks to your producers who can be able to also combine and put these to come out very clearly. So I shout out there to your team and all of you who are supporting.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. One of the things that I have noticed is that we are very talented. I mean, Cameroonians are very talented, but Com people are very talented. Hey, I don't mean no offense to anyone watching if you're not from Com. Yeah, we are. Yes. Yes. And what I wanted us to discuss at the moment is this talent sometimes get to waste. When I say get to waste, there are people who are talented, they have the voice as you do, they have this the talent, but sometimes this talent is never really discovered. I don't know how you did for yours to be discovered, but I understand that you must have made effort to try to push yourself out there to start to showcase that at least you have something to offer. So what I want to get at from you is that many of our young people do have these talents, but unfortunately, they don't have the platform, they don't have the connections, they don't have the opportunity to even try to showcase. What advice can you give them? How did you get your talent out there for us to see? Because when I saw your music, Kalang Kalang, I mean, I think we connected online, and then I got your music, I listened to it, I danced to it, I said, oh wow, this is amazing. And then there are also other artists that you see me dancing to their music. But I believe that there are a lot of young people who are talented, but they don't even have the opportunity. How did you get yourself where you are? So just so that we have the little gist about that, and then we can encourage other people, because now you are going to be a mentor to so many of them. Yeah, inspiring them, which we're already doing, which I see on social media you are doing. But maybe just give a gist of that. So yeah.
Okay, like I always say, the first thing that I had, the first tool that I had was my self-belief, my self-confidence, because I remember.
I like that. I like that. Self-belief. I like that. Go ahead.
Yes. So I remember the first time I was going to the studio to record a song professionally. The guy there told me, man, why do you want to do music? There are many people out there that have been doing music, but they are still underground. Why do you want to do music? All this stuff, all that and this. I told him, it's something. It's not like a decision. It's something. It's a call. I just need to be going. And I had nothing. Like seriously, I had nothing. I was not even having the 30,000 to pay the sound engineer. I had but half of the money. So the only thing I can tell them is to believe in yourself, because I know that when you have the self-belief, the confidence, you can move mountains, you can do anything. Yeah, because I started alone, but today I'm working with a great team. and they are spending sleepless nights to see everything move on well. So the first thing I can tell, like you have said, they are coming to me every day. I also have people who come up every day, like, where tell me, how did you do? How was it? I'm like, you just need to believe in yourself and love the passion for. You need to have the passion for what you are doing, and then you need to really love and believe in what you are doing. You need to be determined, because it's not easy.
That is, I mean, you have said something that is very important, because honestly speaking, people usually think that mentorship is supposed to be done only in school, but this is the biggest school here, this mindset sport and the social media spaces where we communicate. Because there are people out there who have given up, but they have a lot of talent that is buried inside them. And what they lack is this one word or two words. If they combine them, is one, but it's two: self-belief. That self-belief that I can be able to do something even without money and tell somebody that this is what I've done. It seems to be absent in our youth today. And so that is why I was really, really interested to try to find out, how did you unleash your talent? Because this is important. And for all of you who are listening out there, whether you are young or old, everybody is young, because age is a number. And of course, I say youthfulness is usefulness. So those of you who are listening out there, listen very carefully. You are listening. General Pele is saying, it was self-belief and passion. One word, passion. I call passion the new currency of now. So for somebody, if you have a talent, try to sing music and get to somebody and say, this is what the song I've written. This is how I've sung it. I'm telling you, people will listen. And if they know other people, they can connect you to. But you need that self-belief that, yes, I can do something. So what I want to maybe just dig a little bit so you explain is, so what is making our people not to self-believe, especially the young people? What is the issue?
Okay, I, like you said, before I started music, there were great people out there doing singing. I knew people who were singing so well, but today I can't find them. I know so many, and I know people in the quarter. I know people around who sing so well, but that little belief is not there. Like, they don't even have that belief, but they aspire to be great people through that, but they don't even believe in their own selves. And you know, I like, before you even do something, because before coming up to you that, doctor, please, I wonder you should listen to my song, I need to be having the song already. I will not just come up that I had a plan to write a song. Oh, I had the plan of a song. I wonder you should help mentor me on how to do all this stuff. Coming up with a little project is more better, because when somebody will listen to it, at least the person will be like, wow, you can do something. Oh, this is what can be corrected, and all they like. And more to that, many people don't understand like the message. I remember there is one guy who called me, said he wanted that I should listen to his song. When he sent the song, he was just like, I fuck your grandma, fuck you. I told him, but this is not music to me. I cannot even listen to the second line. Yes, I cannot listen to the second line. Yes. So what I can tell anyone that really aspire to, like any youth, I will just tell them to believe more in yourself. Believe in what you can do. It's not all about music. You can be I know truck pushers. I mean, people who in the market who have story buildings. I know farmers who have so many people, great people who are farmers, truck pushers, shoe menders. I know many great people like that, just because of the belief. And I still know some who are suffering. Yes, just because of the belief and the way they plan their things on how to run them. So it matters a lot. It really matters a lot.
No, you have said something very, very important. But before I get to that, you are actually the first musician and somebody who is doing excellent work to be on this show, the first artist to be on this show. So wow. History will have it that you were the first. So that is a big thing.
Stand up to this. I need to stand up with this.
Yes. And the reason, Yeah, others will come, but you are the first. So that's the good thing with being in the first position is that nobody will take your place. So that is others will come after you. And the reason is you've been very consistent. And one of the aspects is, don't get me wrong, everybody listening, don't get me wrong, every artist is important. Com artist, excellent, the best ever. Cameroon artist, excellent. African artist, excellent. But I think you have some characteristics that I actually noticed. You are very humble. And humility is one attribute that I always tell young people. If you are excellent, intelligent, sharp, and you are not humble, you might not succeed. Humility and self-discipline is very important. And I think that was actually one thing that I noticed, that you're still humble. Because one thing that people forget is that fame, actually, if you are not careful, I tell people that it's very easy to become famous, but it's very difficult to sustain fame.
That's true.
Yes, it's what sustains fame is your humility. People will be saying, "Oh, but this guy can still be humble like this." I mean, we're not humble because we cannot also be rough and wild, but because it's the best part. And what I wanted to ask you is that the young people who discover their talent sometimes and get to music, or get even to playing football, or even get to higher positions like some of us are in, regardless, they start to carry shoulders up and disrespect people. So what has kept you humble? I would like to hear the secret. And what advice can you give to upcoming artists who are starting to get it into their heads, and sometimes they forget the bigger picture, which is be humble, focus on the ball, and move forward. I think this is quite very important, this part of the mentorship. And I wanted to use this show to have this conversation with you. Of course, showcase your music, hear how you are doing it, where you've come from, but also lessons from you that young people can benefit. Because you are a mentor, big time mentor, man.
Thank you so much. Yeah, okay. I'll also say this, I'll always use example. First of all, where I come from, and right from my childhood life, I've been man of the people. I've always liked to be with my people. Yes, I have always have these little groups, and I've always inspired my friends. Any friend that will say I've never inspired, I think is a hypocrite. Yes. So yes. I've always inspired my friends. I've always liked to move closer to people. And like I believe that if I'm here today is because of those people. I don't minimize, like me in life. I don't minimize somebody. I don't grade people. I don't classify people. Yes. When I remember one artist told me back in 2017 that I want Moody Jake Skin, although I told him, like, what do I even have? Why? I don't even understand. Yes. And
Jake Skin means carrying shoulders up, eh?
Yeah, Jake Skin in Pidgin, which means to carry your shoulders up. Yeah. So yeah, something like that. So I told him I cannot. I'm not part of that movement. I'm not part of the movement. So we part our ways. I tried to like advise him, but it was not going. I took my way. Today I believe I'm doing so well, and I know that I'm doing well because I'm not backward. I know that I'm moving, I'm stepping ahead, and I don't really know his whereabouts, like in music field. Yeah, just because of that, because an artist will sing just one song and will be like, yeah, I know even so many artists just with one song, they will come in to a snack. I'm seated, maybe I'm the guest artist to perform, and you come and tell me to get up, to get up, or take my flash, go and do this, just because he believes that maybe he passed through, he had a live session in Canal de CRTV, or there are people who are praising your name, yeah, and then they begin to cause a win.
Yes, to cause a win. And actually, the cause a win thing is what has been bringing down a lot of people, and that is why I think discussing this now is very, very important, because that cause a win is what is killing a lot of our young people with talent, with amazing opportunities that they can see. So that's why I really wanted to understand this. What has kept you? And you said something that is very important, which is the foundation, how we were brought up. We were brought up to respect, to be humble, to work hard, and to ask questions to be corrected where we go wrong. And I think those values are quite very, very important. And now we will take a break. And then when we come back, we will discuss the impact of social media on the answering aspect, which means, hey, for those of you who are listening, you don't know this beautiful lingua franca called com. It's about carrying shoulders up. Yes, it's the new Greek. If you want to learn it, beautiful. Spook. Okay, we'll get back. And when we get finished with the break, then we will really discuss the impact of social media on our young people and also our music and culture. Yes.
I am not here.
From Monday to Sunday, we war every day. We war every day. We war every day. Avec l'espoir que ça va payer. Même à l'église, même à l'école, même au marché, même au quartier. Les garçons parlaient, les gros parlaient, les papas parlaient, même les mamans parlaient. They don't keep my name in the day, yes, so. They don't keep your name in the day, yes, so. Laissez les parler, ils vont parler, ils vont encore parler. They go doggy, doggy, they go doggy, doggy, they go doggy, doggy, laissez parler. Même à l'église, même à l'école, même au marché, même au quartier. Tout le monde m'a ricada, ricada, ricada. 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 Tout le monde m'a ricada. Même à l'église, même à l'école, même au marché, même au quartier. Tout le monde m'a même à l'église, même à l'école, même au marché, même au quartier. Mesdames qui parlent les doigts, donnez quoi le feu que briller. Il ne faut jamais baisser les bras, les niances. La vie c'est devant. Méditez, donne-moi pour quelques secondes, je n'ai fatigué par les oreilles. Appelez-moi le maestro, le général Pelé, mais c'est l'enfant. Même à l'église, même à l'école, même au marché, même au quartier.
Wow, 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 wow. Man, you are a star. I mean, your music is one that will get everybody up on their toes, on their feet, to start to, to shake a leg. Powerful. How did you come about with this sound? But before I get to that, let me just show you what many people watching from Germany, Joy and happy people, they're watching from Germany. People are There is Ranga here who is saying, what time, Kurt? General Pele. There is Aniva who is saying, happy for you, Doc, and General. She is saying, wow, Doc, I love your words. I think especially the words on humility, I'm sure. And then there is Tim Neng, Nini Neng here, who is saying, congrats, Doc, you are doing well, Pratt. And then she is saying, Doc, you are simple. Yes. There is Aniva here, who is talking about, yes, a humbler. Then there is Ninefet. Now I'm Ninefet. Good evening. Oh, I'm new here. Yes, welcome. Welcome to the Mindset Spot. Here, we do what is not done elsewhere, talking as it should be and telling the truth and inspiring one another. And then there is Ranga Natalia, who says, General Pele is always a man of people and always share love to the public. He said he loved the way and the spirit that you keep moving forward, man. That's good stuff. And then Aniva said I should ask you, what do you envisage to be in 5 years? So maybe you can answer that before I get to the next stage. So where do you want to be in 5 years? Yes, I know it's a tough question, but it's also an easy one. Where do you want? I would like to hear your thoughts on it, and I can add some ideas to guide you.
I would like to have so many people. I would like to be able to stand and, boast that I can be able to mentor and help many young people, open up their brains, make them believe in their, sensitize them positively, help them on any other way if I can. I just want to in 5 years time, if I can boast of Kupenjang, of my style of music being recognized in Africa, being recognized, and what in the whole world, I'll be. That is a dream come true. That is be a dream come true to me. So, in 5 years' time, I would like to be able to stand and say that no, I can now, or to stand and see other young guys doing my brand of music. So, I'll be happy that at least. Yes, I've achieved something great.
I think that's one of the best answers. I was expecting you, like others will say, they want to be going to this New York, America, dancing than this. You said something that it's very rare for, and I'm very impressed about touching other people's lives, mentoring the next generation that can be able to do what you are doing and even do it better. That is the best gift in life. That's what I've learned. Because the purpose of life is to be useful. It's about those lives you touch, not from your family, but even people you don't know.
That's true.
And I think that spirit that you already have, it's so very, very, very inspirational. What an answer. What a man. Right. And then she's asking, I should ask if you are already making earnings from your music.
Not actually, but I want you to permit me to give a big shout out to my team.
Yes, please do.
Ajamse Record. That's the music label, and it's a great team that they are doing all to really push me. But for now, we are not really making any income from music because I'm not yet out for shows, and the streams are still limited. They are not really that broad, so I cannot say I'm making any franc from music for now. Instead, music is I'm feeding music. We are feeding music for now. And I was doing this shout out to them because the team is also a young guy who decided to open that the music label to push my talent. So I respect him so much. He's from Com. He's a young guy, very young. And then those are Mr. Clifford. I give big respect to him and the entire team. They are really doing their best.
This is, you see what you are saying here, because I want to build a very big narrative around this. One of the things is that I am a strong believer in starting small while thinking big. And sometimes, if you've noticed and seen my writings, I've argued that we must use what we have to get what we don't have. Because there is the attitude that if I don't have something, I cannot do something. That's a lie. It's a false narrative. And that goes back to that point you mentioned of self-belief and passion. Because if you start with what you have, you will get what you don't have. And by starting music, and I like the words you've used, now you are feeding music, and then later music will feed you. That's how the world works. That's how the world works. And Ajum's record, Ajum's bomb, right? That
yes,
thank you and congratulations to you. You are playing your part in society, and you will be remembered, and you will get into the annals of history of promoting a culture through General Pele, because he sings, you promote it. That is how we can build a community. And so what I wanted to say here is that one of the things that a lot of young people and even old people forget is that people come to you based on what is called value, what you can offer. And sometimes what you take to build that value, you struggle, you endure some pain, you endure some short-term pain for long-term gain. And then people will come to you because of that value. But that value was not just gotten overnight. You spend sleepless night, you trek, you even spend days without food. But once they hear that song, that they will not think about the pain, but they will come and say, oh, this guy has a voice. Oh, this is great. How can we partner? But if you did not make the effort to create that song and to create that coalition of the willing, which are the people you are working with, like the James Mom record now you are doing, how will you ever get the song out? And that now goes back to the point I was saying that, yes, everybody, because if you look at the history of everybody, especially let me speak now from the perspective of where I come from, you come from. We all grew up, apart from a few people that we know, we all grew up in struggling homes. We went to school without shoes. Went to school without shoes. We lived without, sometimes even without food. We trekked kilometers to school. So it is in our DNA that we have struggled. We know what it means, but it builds the resilience in us that we can be able to do things. And so I'm talking directly to those who are listening out there, that this is a good example. General Pele is speaking here. He's not from space. He's from Cameroon. He's an African like you and me, and he's from Com. So if he can make it, and he is now feeding music, and then later music will feed him, and when music will start to feed him, they will say, how you just rise so? No, it's not that way. It's a process. How you just rise so? How the guy there for this so? Now where you come on? Beg, make the leave that up. Anyway, the point is this. There's an African proverb that says, by crawling, a child learns to stand. So a child first crawl first before you start to hold things. And by the time he's holding things, he's falling down, he's getting wounds, and it takes time before the child starts to walk, before the child starts to run. So it's a process. So this is excellent, and this is an excellent spirit that you are demonstrating. So to you and your team, Ajimsumbom Record and all your team, I give you guys cafe. How do you guys cafe?
Thank you so much.
There is a guy here who is saying that from the look of things, General Pele, I can say that you are already making waves worldwide by faith. I love that. Keep that spirit moving, brother. Yes, you are. You are.
Thank you so much.
And over 1 million people are watching you. We're streaming this on YouTube, on LinkedIn, on Twitter, where I have over 45,000 followers there. On Facebook and the rest. So that is very, very important. Now, let's get to the aspect that I was mentioning, social media. Of course, we are here because of social media. And it has the good, the bad, and the ugly, as I would call it. From your own experience, what is the bad thing about social media that you think our people could have used it to actually create opportunity, but they're not using it right? And how do you think that can be corrected?
Yes, like the first thing I would say is there is a lot of fakeness in this, a lot of fake life, and many people rather decide to use their data and maybe insult others online, use their to expose very stupid things that has no meaning, that cannot inspire somebody for a second, that cannot even help the person himself, or rather than using social media, like this is social media, we are on this is social media, and we are using it to inspire people, to make people, to entertain people. So I'm so happy when it's about this, when it's about entertaining people, but when it's about noise making online, I'm not into that. So many youths today prefer many youths, like I can say out of 100%, maybe like 80% of our youth today prefer to use social media for negative reasons, for their negative reasons, yes, than using it to maybe create something that can benefit them and their own family. Oh, there. Because there are a lot of things online. There are a lot of things, a lot of business, a lot of things that you can do online to make money. There are a lot of things. A lot of things that you can do to make money, a lot of things that you can do to, you can even create a school just here. You can create this is a school, like this is a school I learn here every day. Thank you, doctor. Thank you again.
I think Wabeme you very, very important now. For those of you who are listening and you don't understand this Greek we are speaking, it's called com. Become language. So we call them. Yes, it's the new Greek. So what General Pele is saying here is very, very important. Honestly speaking, my perspective with social media is the best opportunity that has ever happened in the 21st century. But unfortunately, it's been misused. Because the truth is that social media is the space in which you can create your network of mentors, your network of even a market, people who can buy your music, they can buy your ideas. Your network of people who can be able even to take what you are doing to another level. But unfortunately, what we see most often is that because social media is a place that is invisible, you see people virtually, so you have never met them. Then a lot of people start to take them that they are at the same level. When I say at the same level, is the exchange words, not caring how they are going to meet someday, and they do not know where they will meet. So your point is very, very important. So my advice to young people is that your biggest net worth is your network. That's it.
That's true.
So your biggest net worth, what you are worth, is not in the amount of money you have in the bank. That can disappear. Now we have inflation. 1,000 francs cannot even buy something that was going for 800 the other day.
Yes.
So, but when you have people, you are the richest. That's what I've learned in my entire life. When you have people, you have wealth, because they can give you advice for free, which you cannot even buy in the market. They can be able to connect you to opportunities which money cannot buy. And that is the biggest thing that you should. So anytime you get the opportunity to write something out there on Facebook, on Instagram, on TikTok, on Twitter, please always have in mind that you are communicating to the world. And that anything you open your mouth, because there are three things that people need to be very, very careful about. So it's your mind. The first is your mind. So when you have positive thoughts, you are okay. When you have negative thoughts, actually you are your own problem.
That's true.
The second is to always hang around what I call quality people. What are quality people? People with positive energy, who can encourage you, who can be able to say, "Oh, General Pele, this is great. This is great. What can I do to make sure that you move?" And the other aspect that is so important is people who can actually be able to give you hope and mentor you. And these positive quality people, they are quite very, very important. And so when you open your mouth, so the last part is what you communicate. Because when you open your mouth, people know who you are. You know, when you meet somebody and he's not talking, you will never know what that person is made of. Once you open his or her mouth, you will know whether this person is speaking sense, is a wicked person, is somebody who is spurring vitriol. So mind what you communicate. So I'm just trying to build on the point you made, which is very, very important. Now, moving forward, I can see here some people are watching from all over the world, man. I think Mispa here says, I appreciate your zeal. I love the spirit and show we used to play, but from the discussion today, it's really give us a lot of hope, more grace, bro. I think she definitely knows you.
Thank you so much, Mispa.
Yes. Then there is Aniva again. She says, as a former video producer and director, advise him to have extra business activities so as to supplement his finances. Many uprising artists have gone extinct because they try to emulate the fake lives on social media. That's what we're discussing now.
Thank you,
So
Bobby.
yes, Aniva is not a Bobby. Is that a Bobby? Aniva Ashley. I think it's a lady, right?
He's a Bobby.
Oh, it's a Bobby. Okay, that's
He's a
fine.
Bobby.
That's
I
good.
know him
That's
very
good.
well.
Yes,
Yes.
that's good. There is Marcel Desailly who is saying that General Pelé, the people of Com occupy a special place in history. Their heroic in pre-colonial Cameroon and Africa are in the record books. Their lessons are propagated through music. Keep it up. Actually, Marcel Desailly worked with me here, and he has followed
Wow.
Com from. He's a Kenyan, but he followed Com, and he is giving very positive vibes. You see, like what I said, music is the conduit to transport information about a place to the world. That's what you're doing. But when
Yes.
negative information is transported, people will be viewed through the lens of negativity. But now you're transporting positive information. And now we are being viewed in the lens of positivity. You now see, you know that they conquered the Germans when during the war. You remember about that? And that's what he's trying to say, that come occupy a special place in history. Yes, we do.
Yes, that's true.
And we are proud of who we are. Yeah, thank you very much, Marcel Desailly.
Thank you, Mr. Maxel.
Bobe Aniva, sorry, I thought you were in our because of that name, but I stand corrected. Sorry. Lezu Fuma. Good. That is great. I still want to say this point that Bobe Aniva said you need to supplement your income. Yes, that is good. One of the things that I wanted to bring up is that because you are playing music and you are playing music to bring out the beautiful culture of Com and of Cameroon and of Africa, because the reality is that Com is Cameroon and Cameroon is Africa. That's a fact, whether we like it or not. And somebody will say, why did I say that? I said that because that's the truth. Cameroon is Africa in miniature. As simple as that. Kata is eaten everywhere. Of course, it's our delicacy. You go to north, east, west, south, they eat kata there. So that's it. And because of that, I think in as much as you play music, there is nothing wrong to diversify into other things. For example, you see me dealing with these environmental aspects, and you see me engaging young people who can learn to turn waste to briquettes that replace charcoal. You can do that and even turn that to singing music. I'm talking about cassava now. The price of flour is up, so people who are cultivating cassava and turning into cassava flour, we have gari and all those sort of things. Music can be sung around that, and because of that, you will start to. But it doesn't mean that you are losing your niche, which is to bring Com culture to the world. But at least you are also now supplementing, and you can also be doing things and showcasing how you are doing it and all that sort of stuff. This is not just for you, but I think it's just a broader advice. But you are on the right track. You are on the right track.
Thank you so much.
Yes.
I wanted to say something about his point. He made a very great point.
Ahead. Yeah.
He made a very great point. That is one of the little things I forgot to mention. Like any artist, if you are willing to start, if you want to start music, you need to look for something doing. It's not easy. Yeah, it's not easy because when you start, like me, I'm still feeding music. So I've been feeding music like that for the past years. Imagine doing music without any part-time job, doing something that can help you. Yeah. So that is one of the best advice I can give. And thank you, Mr. Bobby Ashley. Thank you so much for that. It's a plus.
Yes, Bobe Ashley. I think we will take a break now, and we will go back to hear Kata again. And then when we come back there, we'll start to run up, and we will discuss on the next steps with this Kata. How are your plans to popularize it? And do you see maybe an opportunity to start? I know you're already doing it, engaging young people with talent, maybe teaching them how to start to develop their interest, but also especially on how they can control themselves in terms of humility. Because this is, if you ask me what is the biggest thing we can teach our people, is humility. I would say one word: humility. I have seen people who have risen up to the ranks and file, and they have collapsed the next day because of attitude, arrogance, disrespect. My brother, I mean, there is really nothing. After all those things are taken away, you remain you. But humility will always remain what people will remember you for. So I'm really proud of what you're doing. So let's get to Kata again. Yes.
Désormais, appelez-moi le maestro. Mais c'est le général Belé. C'est la fête, mon ami vient en fête. Laissez les problèmes à côté. C'est Let me introduce some to you, ladies and gentlemen. Même si c'est le corps, on a conquis. Le moment choppy, même le toxique. Le héros, on a quoi coco. C'est à tout, on a époire. Après tout ça, c'est le cas de Canadicayo. Fight the fighter, fight the captor, captor. Fight the fighter, fight the captor, captor. Fight the fighter, fight the captor, captor. We'll never be got to be proud of where you come from. Home is home. C'est la faute des mais vous allez comprendre. Mais c'est le faux.
Wow, 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 wow. This is amazing, and you can hear it yourself. I think we have lost Bobé General Pele, but I think he will be back soon. And once he comes back, then we are going to continue with the conversation. But I think from what he was saying is quite very, very important. And we are seeing comments that are coming in. I can see Mercedes indicating that social media as an open space requires content creators like General Pele to populate it with educational material that shapes characters. And I think that is quite very, very important aspect that it is being shared. I think one of the things that came out very clear from the discussion with General Pele as he tries to connect back, I think he has a network issue, is humility. And I think we underestimate humility and self-discipline. We start by saying, oh, we need to do this, we need to do that, but nobody, or most of the time, of course, people do not focus on this soft aspect, as I call it, which is character. How do we mold the character of our young people, of our brothers and sisters, in such a way that at least they can be able to withstand the adversity that they will face. Of course, they will face challenges. That's how the world works. The world is full of challenges. Sometimes you write exams, you will not pass. Sometimes you will apply for jobs, you will not get it. That's okay. But the question should always be, what should you do if you don't get it? What is the alternative pathway you can take? And this needs a lot of humility. The ability to sit back, to listen to guidance, and at the same time ensure that at least you can be guided to achieve something that you might have tried to achieve and you have not been able to do it. But this particular aspect of humility, respect, self-discipline, and loyalty are attributes that are gradually being discarded in our today's world. And so I think that the display of an artist like General Pele, who came up with songs and at the same time have still remained grounded in that space of humility, is something that we need to applaud. And at least I actually see a lot of people who I can see, Bobe Aniva here, saying that I encourage General Pele with 10K, he should call this. I think this is powerful. Thank you for encouraging him. This is wonderful support for him to be able to continuously do what he is doing. I think if he doesn't connect, then we'll start to run up. And I think in summary, what is quite very, very important that I think that we need to be able to do is we will take another break as I try to see whether General Pele can connect back. And when we come back, then we will run up. Let's get this break now.
Let me introduce some to you, ladies and gentlemen. Même si c'est le corps ou la coquille, le mongo chopi, même le topsy, le héros en a quoi coco, c'est à tout en a et quoi. Après tout ça, c'est le cas de garde des gagnants. Fight the fighter, fight the god, the god. Fight the fighter, fight the god, the god. Fight the fighter, fight the god, the god.
Yes, and here we have General Pele. Welcome back. Welcome back. And,
thank you so much, Doctor.
Not stop you. We are resilient. So, just from what I was saying is that we are going to face difficulties, but we will always overcome, because that is the kind of mindset we need to face, right? That even when you are on a show like this, and your network is not as strong and you go off, you always find a way to come back. That's the mindset of resilience that we have just demonstrated. In the environment, we call it adaptation. You adapted and you came back. So you would have been saying, oh, why am I losing this network? Oh, now witchcraft, they send them for me. Forget about that. There's no witchcraft. Well, it exists, but I don't believe in that. Anyway, back to the business of the day. Bobe Avena just awarded you 10K. He said, I encourage General with 10K. He should call me. Please pick his number. Pick his number. He said the boy has gone very far. Please pick his number on the screen and call him and get you 10 bucks. Write it down. Yes. Write the number. Oh, you have his number.
Yes, I've taken the screenshot. Let me note it down so that I just screenshot the number
before you lose an opportunity. Never miss an opportunity.
Yes.
for supporting this amazing young man.
Thank you so much.
Yes, and I just want to tell the viewers, I mean, I've never met physically General Tele like with other artists. We just connected and I love his song and I said, come on the show. I danced it and we discussed. So why I'm saying this is the use of social media spaces where you can connect. You connect with people, you don't need to know them. But at least when you bring value, people will be able to connect with you as well. Write the number, I think it's 6733388856. You got it?
Yeah, I got it. I got the number. Thank you, Doctor.
Yes, excellent. Before we move to the next aspects as we run up, there is a question again from Bobe Aniva. He said, I should ask you the background of your voice. I don't know, you know, he's a producer, so he knows a lot about this. So the background of your voice, what maybe you tell us a little thing, something about it.
Yeah, like in what context? Please, Bobby, fight the buff pensim like in
Yes,
what context?
Bobby, Aniva, I see fight the question, I don't know. And for those of you who are listening, we are speaking in Greek. And what I've just said is that you can ask the question again. And that Greek is become language, beautiful, melodic. You can hear the music in it, right? So that is how it is. I think Bobby has said that we have had talks and many debates on this particular topic about how useful social media and if it has helped or spoiled our youth today. Thank you very much, Doc. I'm really learning from your income. Okay, that's fine. This issue of social media is a very, very big issue. He said, sorry about the voice. He said, who inspired the song?
Is it Carter or?
Yes, definitely. I think that should be the song. Yes, Carter.
Okay. Like let me start from the village where I come from. I remember when I was still a kid, you know, when there is any little celebration around, we always oh yes, we must go and there must be Kate. Like it's not like somebody inspired me, but my culture inspired me. Where I come from, how I grew up, and then there is also one man that was from Com. He's so rest in peace. He was in America. He opened a very big company of Kate in America, a place. He was having a very big restaurant in America, Kate something limited, and people were leaving Nigeria, South Africa, from different countries. Like all this, I saw almost all these Nigerian actors and actresses there eating Kate. I was like, so this is serious. I was like amazed. So all those little things inspired me a lot. And when you watch the video, you see that is the real Kate, because people don't really understand Kate. If you watch, they want to know the real Kate. You watch the video, you really see what we call Kate. Yes, the one who mix with red oil and small salt. That's what we call Kate. Yes,
wonderful,
yeah.
Wonderful. That is excellent.
Oh,
I mean, answer T. Very nice. Thank you. We're speaking in Greek, spice with Greek. I think there is a question that is coming in, which I think you answered, that most musicians are in this for money. What about you? I think you did answer it. It's not about money per se. It's about you creating impact, not only for yourself, but for the community. And I think you did answer that. The other question that is coming in, people are watching, and some of them are texting me here with question. They said music is a powerful tool to shape people's behaviors. What do you want your listeners to take from your music? Yes, what do you want your listeners to? I know you've touched a bit of it, but what do you want your listeners to take from your music?
Yes, in my music, all my songs, when you listen to all my songs, you must learn something. You must learn something. Yes, you must learn something. You must be motivated. You must dance. You must learn something. Yeah, like in all my songs, I always love my my audience, those who listen to my music, to, you know, open their ears very well. You know, my style of music is still new, so many people don't really understand my style of music. There are many people just dance. They don't just dance without even listening, just the melody, you know. But when you go deep, you understand that in all my songs, I must either inspire the youth that you should never give up, always work hard. Yes, in all my songs, I always encourage. Yes, and in Kate Kate, you see, I encourage people like, you need to be proud of where you come from. You need to be proud of who you are. And you know, like I also said, I not disrespecting any other dish. I said I had to say there are so many beautiful African dishes, so many. Yes, just that we cannot take that, like at the end I said, but Kate take first. So
that's all now. That's so. We know the take last. We know the take last. That is the truth. Of course, we are proud of who we are. Then there is the other question that is coming in. I think we discussed it, but let me just ask you: is that humility is something that many overlook and many misunderstand? But humility is simply the ability to remain teachable. So, who are your teachers? That's what the viewer is asking. That who are your teachers?
I don't have a specific teacher, because everybody to me is a teacher. Even a madman. I remember my father. Shout out to my dad. He's an artist, so he inspired me a lot. To Papa Musuri, shout out to him. You know, my father once told me that you can just throw away somebody, but not the word of the person. Like, don't throw away the person's words. Yeah, listen to it. So I believe that everyone to me is a teacher. Everyone to me is a teacher, because even when somebody says something negative to me, I use it positively. I'll use it. Yes, just like when I say, like I sang the song ton nom. Même à l'église, les gens vont parler ton nom. Même à l'école, les gens vont parler ton nom. Même au marché, les gens vont parler ton nom. Yeah, that was just that's just my experience. It's an experience, and you know, people are loving the song because people are facing the thing every day. So it's a normal, everywhere they gossip. But how do you convert the gossip? Do you convert it positively? Do you give a deaf ear to it? How do you turn it? If you want it to affect you negatively, you affect you. If you turn it positively, yeah, you can move away from that. Moving away is already taking it, changing your mind positively towards that. Right. So yeah, so that's it.
Wonderful. I mean, I like that aspect of passing a message to inspire other people and to change mindsets and to reshape perspectives. That is quite very, very excellent. I really think, like you say, that you use negativity to generate positivity. And that's what Mark said is saying here. He's saying brilliant. He said brilliant point by the general himself, General Pele. So
thank you so much.
Quite very, very inspiring. I think now, as we run up, one aspect that I want to bring, then I will then ask you for your last word, because I think we've been having a very amazing discussion, and it can go on and on and on. But this is not the first. This is not the last time you're going. This is just the first, and then there will be second, third, fourth, and infinity that you'll be coming in here, so that at least we can continue to inspire our young people to see that there are opportunities in every challenge we face. There are opportunities, and we can always learn from those who have gone ahead. So this is quite very, very excellent. What I just wanted to ask is, how do you manage with jealousy? It's something we cannot lie about. Jealousy is real. When you start to do something which is right, you start to see people trying to bring you down. How do you manage that?
Okay, I'm used to it. I'm really used to it to that level. I understand, because jealousy is a natural something that everybody on earth normally got. I always tell my people, especially those who are closer to me, I always tell them that jealousy, everyone has jealousy, but you need to kill it, because when you start developing jealousy, when maybe you are jealous of my cap, tomorrow you'll be jealous of my chain tomorrow, and that's how it keeps developing. You get to an extent where you want to even finish me. So when I discover that somebody has deep jealousy, I just stay away. Like if I'm working with somebody and I discover that you have that really deep jealousy, I try my best to run away, because I know where it can lead to. I know that it can lead to the end of my life. It's very possible, and I'm facing that every day. But when I discover that somebody has that deep, I mean, there is jealousy and there is jealousy. There is that deep jealousy. There is that normal jealousy. Yes. So when I discover that you have that deep jealousy and you are closer to me, if there is nothing to do about that, I try my way to stay away, whether it's my family member or it's any other person. I just stay away from that because I know where it can lead to.
Now let's listen to this music, and then we come back to that jealousy, and then we run up.
L'Afrique va danser.
Yes.
Master Robuster on the beat.
Yes. Yes. So what is that song about? Maybe just for the sake of the viewers, so they just understand. What is it about?
the song, when I say l'Afrique va danser, that was first of all celebrating the whole Africa, because I mentioned so many countries in the song. Right. Yes, and inside the song, like I'm explaining somebody who, like all these youth, like somebody who come up that I want to borrow money, I have a business to do. You give the person money, and then tomorrow that I have a business, this is my business plan. You give the person money. Tomorrow you are passing by, you see the person squandering the money with women. That's the action is even inside the videos. Yes. So like that's it. That's part of the song. Yeah, like the guy there borrowed money from.
You have said something. You've hit the nail on top, and I cannot allow this to pass because it's very, very important. And it is this idea, and I think it's really something that I've been trying to talk about, and I think people don't listen to me. The lie is that people usually bring up problems and seek for help. Some do genuinely, some do dubiously, like what you are saying. Then you look for every resource you have and give them, and they disappear, and they never come back, or they eat the money, and then even they start calling you names. And this is an attitude that seems to have continuously grown and become worse as we speak today. And so they then start to take you as a fool, then go and come back again to ask for more. So as a young person, this is an attitude that we see. What can you say that needs to be done to make sure that this attitude stops?
Yes, that's really something to look into it. You know, like me already, I singing the song to me was already taking a very big step. Yeah, correct. Singing the song and acting exactly what I'm saying in the song was already a big step to criticize, correct. And yes, to criticize the idea, because I know that something like that cannot really be wiped of people's mentality. But the only thing is we are going to condemn. We always condemn the idea of, you know, like you cannot take money from somebody that you want to maybe build something that tomorrow you present the thing and the person will be happy. The person will be happy to even maybe multiply or plus the money, and you know, you take and squander it. When you come tomorrow, the person cannot help you again. The person will not help you. The only thing I can advise anyone doing that is you should know that me myself, I have an uncle. He's like that. Anytime he takes and goes. I want to do this business. He takes, and that's how he's been doing since he grew up, you know. But when you take once, second, there is no second chance. I cannot give you something now that you should go and do something. You don't do it, you expect me to give it again in the second time. Like, there are so many people waiting for that chance. Yeah, there are so many people crying for that help. So anyone doing it can just correct.
You said it very nice. I believe we all have such people, and we have learned. And you playing that song to expose this is a big step ahead. So congratulations for doing that. And that's your own contribution. Like I always tell people, you cannot be able to change things that have existed for quite a very long time in a day, but you can play your part. Just like you played the music, that is playing your part. I think we've lost General Pele because of poor network, but I will just continue on that aspect. Trying to do what you can do with what you have is very important. I think that's the essence of this discussion today, that we can be able to contribute to turn challenges to opportunities, to use our talents, whether it is singing. We sing about issues that are plaguing society, and we communicate reality of society and provide solutions to that, just like General Pele is singing a song of people who present wrong concepts and wrong ideas to squeeze money out of people's hands and disappear, and they never do what they proposed or did indicate that they were going to do. And that's a very terrible, dubious attitude that somehow have eaten into our society. And we need to start calling these things out and providing solutions on how things need to be done. Like we said, no pain, no gain. That's true. If you don't put effort and dedication, you cannot be able to make any progress. And if you make progress without putting effort and dedication, that's the same way we collapse. You rise to the top, and then that's the same way it falls. I mean, these are realities. But sometimes when we speak this truth, people don't want to listen. We're speaking, we have the experience, we pass through this. We've seen the good, the bad, and the ugly. And sometimes when we're speaking, people don't listen. But for those of you out there, you're actually lucky that you are hearing firsthand some of these solutions and aspects that are being discussed here today. And I think as we run up, I'll go back to the one word, humility. We must be humble. In the reality of the world in which we live in today, we are facing challenges as we speak. Whether we're facing challenges of food prices that we're seeing across the entire world, not only African continent or in Cameroon, we are seeing increased prices on fuel, and as a result of these, people's pockets are getting drier. Those are challenges that we're facing. We're also facing challenges of food insecurity. People don't have food to put food on their table. They don't have fufu corn to even cook today. They don't even have the chicken to cook the kata that we're talking about here today. But what does this mean? It means that we need to start looking at ways in which we can solve these problems And you must not be a technician or an environmentalist or an agronomist to be able to do so. You use your space, just like General Pele is using, to sing about songs that can inspire people, to portray a culture of people to the world that can actually also inspire other people to visit and to know that this is an opportunity to see what others never ever knew. And so let's continuously nurture this attitude of encouraging one another, of inspiring one another, because that's how we create great societies. Great societies are not built by waiting for others to do it for us. Great societies are built by us, by encouraging our brothers and sisters to step up to the plate, to encourage them with what they are doing, to do it better, and to even do it in a way that can inspire others to be lifted up from the bottom of the pyramid. And that's the essence of the Mindset Spot, where we discuss solutions, where we diagnose problems, and not only end at blaming and complaining and blaming people. Here we don't blame people. Here we don't complain. We diagnose problems and then prefer solutions and use practical experiences of our brothers and sisters to do so. So for those of you who are watching, if you want to come to the Mindset Spot, drop me an email, drop me a note, and we will invite you and you come and discuss this aspect, because this is your sport. And until then, it's been a great pleasure having you. And I can see Naftali is saying, I really love this. I'm really happy. And let me project that on the screen. You say you are really happy that you never missed this. Wow, thank you very much, Doctor, for this initiative of yours. We are proud of you guys, proud to see wine come at this level. Of course, the best is still to come. And one thing that I will always like to say is that only us can communicate our stories. Sometimes we sit and think that others will communicate about our stories. Nobody will do. African stories have to be told by Africans. Com stories will have to be told by com sons and daughters. If you wait for others to do it, they will not do it the way you will do it. They will not talk about kata and fufukon the way you will do it. They will not talk about abai numbers the way you can do it. And that's how it cascades up to the entire country and to the entire continent. And please never be shy to speak the truth. Never be shy to say something about your culture. We are proud of our culture. I stand anywhere in the world excited and proud that I am a son of Com. And that's where I was molded. That's where it began. And proudly from Jinkwi with Chuvutam, the special juju, the special ingung that everybody knows about. Never shying away from talking about it. Very proud. Whether I'm wearing a dollar com or a suit, that's where it began. Com is our place. Thank you very much for listening. It's been a great pleasure. And please stay tuned for more discussions, and we'll bring more artists and more Com, our brothers and sisters, to discuss what they're doing. And also here, we mentor, we share ideas. Until then, bye-bye.